Is that whore in the orange tank top looking at me? Because I don't want her looking at me.
She can also.
Welcome back, guys, to Storytime Spectacular. We are on a new camera. So we will be experimenting today. But the gist is, I got a new review for you, and it's bad versus bad. Technically, it's bad is bad. From 2011. This was a very low budget film, guys. Low budget, all right? We're talking like, somebody could have made this real nice out of like some found footagey sort of stuff, all right? So, definitely different, definitely weird, but a lot of fun. Come on, we love it. So, it's from Oh Good Productions, all right? And so we've got these two brothers. One is the hothead, the crazy motherfucker, all off the chains. And his name is, of course, Jesse, not me. He's sort of the leader of the two. He takes care of his brother. I don't know if they're even brothers, who knows, but, you know, I think they were in jail together, so whatever. But his brother is Ray, all right, and he creeps on girls, and he's weird, and he is awkward and pimple faced and maybe autistic a little bit or something, but they're both psychopathic and just insane. They're both just insane, like absolutely nuts. And it's so much fun. But as we progress to find out, a series of events takes place in which the crime of which they're already taking place to puts them in the place of where they want to commit a new crime. So basically, I'm gonna give you the new set of characters here, all right? And you're gonna like the way I break these down because, this is pretty messed up and it's a real weird, really messed up story, pretty much about revenge and who really is the bad guy in a situation like this? So, we basically have a bastarded son, and that's Jesse. Unfortunately, created from an essay event with his mom and this guy, George, Mr. Freeman, who is pretty much like Mr. Perfect Dad, okay? Like community leader, we're going for like weirdo, like super, like helps all the sports kids, super dad, whatever. But like, of course, here's the thing. He has a past and he wasn't a great guy. Alright? So, we got a guy who used to be a piece of shit and then reforms and sort of just becomes that suburban dad, like, you know, with the beer belly and the, baseball cap, you know? And there's Mr. Freeman slash George, all right? Because he's going to go by two different names in this, all right? It's going to go by Mr. Freeman and George. All right. So we've got Jesse and Ray, who are the two degenerate uh criminals, I guess we could say. All right. But it's a lot more fun because all right, Jesse's the hothead. He's the bro attitude, crazy, dominant, alpha, crazy dude who's just like, if he had even been sent to college, he was probably one of those guys who would probably get like arrested for like throwing a giant fight for no reason and assaulting like 15 people. I don't know, after leaving Chili's. It's just one of those strange events where you're like, all they're there for is to fight and act dominant and like act alpha and then end up arrested. And I don't know. But that's the kind of people we're dealing with up in here, right? Now, as the story progresses, George is taken captive by these two criminals, Jesse and Red. All right? The Psycho Brothers, if we may. All right. Now, we've got all I'm going to say is because this is a revenge flick, I think you're going to see what I'm stirring here, okay? Jesse may be George's son. Oh my God, right? I know, right? So, he's there for some revenge. And it doesn't really work out the way he wants. He's not getting the answers he wants and stuff. He's like, he wants the dude to just admit it and be a piece of shit and like do what, like, I don't know, plead for mercy and all that and like just ruin him and I don't know. But as the thing progresses, we have, of course, more characters coming into play. Okay. Now, I did mention this is sort of a low budget flick. So all of this takes place generally either at a restaurant near the beginning of the film, in a car, or like, I don't know, how would we want to say it? Just all at George's house and the family, you know? But they do use good camera work in this movie to make it pretty, believable that it's a little bit more budgeted than it seems. It's fun. I like it like that. So stick with me. I Let's just say George is gonna get a certain act done on him as revenge for what he did to Jesse's mom and creating Jesse and leaving him with this single mom, and being a deadbeat dad and essaying or being a piece of trash to his mom and whatnot. I don't know. We don't want to go into all that part, but let's just say there's some characters, and we've got the top they hire. Carl, you gonna like this character. This dude is some weird, weird, weird dude. Alright. Then we've got some things that happen in the film that you gotta be like, I get it, you know? Not everything will go as planned, you know? Lots of acts of small violence or kidnapping of someone else in the family, you know? People coming home who aren't supposed to be coming home. Lawnmower annoying people. What was his name? Oh my god, this dude was just funny. Shane. Alright, his name was Shane. He's literally hitting, like speaking about Mr. Freeman's daughter in the movie, and he's just like, yo, literally acting like, I was gonna go to this party with her. She looks good, man. And he's like trying to take it back by being like, oh, yeah, that wasn't really appropriate, whatever. But of course, he's like the annoying stoner neighbor. Okay, let's give it that. Then we've got, I mean, it sort of is in the description and in some of the movie scenes that I'm going to show anyway. So you're going to know that Katie comes in, who is the teen daughter. And of course, because Ray in the movie is the creepy, weird brother dude who, like, has no human communication skills like that. And he's like, I don't know, he's always creeping on girls and getting himself in trouble for it and doing bad things and stuff. So he ends up, like, you know, having to keep her distracted, and it's all creepy and weird, and eh, it's not like he does anything to her, but it's just like it's totally uncomfortable, and she's like trying to kill him the whole time. But you guys are gonna have to find out what happens because I'm not gonna give you the whole movie. All right, let's just say this is the plan, this is the setup, but I ain't telling y'all what happens. Okay, it's y'all's own fault if you're not gonna watch the movie. So, this movie is free, okay? Free. And we don't get that a lot, alright? Usually everything you gotta pay for. It's like, oh my god, why? Seriously? Like, I don't know. We're not doing this whole, like, you know, okay, we sign in to our Amazon Prime that we already pay for, and then, like, every other thing is paid for. No. This is free from YouTube, literally. Link is in the comments. You can watch the entire movie. You can watch it on your TV. It's also on Tubi. It's also on several other streaming products. You just need to find it. It's called Bad is Bad from 2011. I hope y'all enjoy. I will get this whole camera set up right, but needed to kind of just give it a whirl today. Love y'all. Storytime Spectacular is out.